Sego, Zegwego. Welcome to another episode of Onkwariwa'shòn, Our Matters. Join us as we continue to share stories and information from the St. Regis Mohawk tribes, divisions, and programs. We're pleased to report on all the work that is being done to help build a better tomorrow. I'm your host, Brendan White. Now let's get started. In this episode, we speak with Wayne Samphier, Pesticide Environmental Technician for the St. Regis Mohawk Tribes Environment Division. We speak with Wayne regarding a beehive extraction that recently took place at Tsionkwanatiio. Interviewing Wayne is Communications Intern Montana Adams, who will share information on the beehive extraction as well as tips for bee safety. Let's see what she has to report.
When were the beehives discovered?
According to the neighbors around here, the beehives have been here for years and years and years. They're talking 10 plus years. We just came across it in the Environment Division because we have like a pesticide database. When people call in, they have a insect or infestation problem, we'll go out and investigate it. And for this event here, it was kids next door that are allergic to bees that are playing next to the house here, and the house is loaded with bees on the east side of the house, and they had some concerns there. So when I came down the first time, I didn't find no bees here at all. In fact, there's mounds of bees around the windows and stuff inside the house. I got to get permission to go in the house, of course. And so I went back and notified the Environment Division that there's possibly pesticides used in there and killed all the bees, figuring that's what happened. A couple months down the road, they get another call for the bees active in the house, came down, and there was a lot of bees active on the east side of the house.
How many beehives are being extracted?
When I looked on the east side of the house, there was 3 entry points where the bees were going into, so I figured, I'm not a professional bee extractor at all, but I was imagining that whole side of the house up into the ceiling and around to the south side of the house, at least half the wall being full of bees. So I brought it to the bee experts in Canton, and they said there's probably a few colonies in there, but more than likely just different entry points going into one colony.
What is the process to remove them?
Okay, there's a few processes to collect honeybees, and if you're lucky enough to find them on a branch of a tree or something, you just put the box under them, you shake the branch, and they all fall down into the box. This one, they're into the walls. So one of the bee experts, Bob Goldie from Lisbon area, he made this. It's like a vacuum machine where you're deep, where all the bees go in and they lay their eggs and make their honey and stuff like that. That's a deep box. Goes inside his machine. That hooks to a shop vac, and then it sucks all the bees from the hose, from the hive, right into your bee house.
Who is handling the extraction process?
That was, once again, Bob Goldie. He was one of the members at Local Living Venture in Canton, and I asked him to handle it because in Onkwariwa'shòn here, as far as I know, there are some people that can capture bees. I heard them doing it off the trees and stuff, but I never heard of anybody taking them out of the walls like with this kind of process. So we have the Onkwariwa'shòn Cultural Restoration Project with Sue Ann, Scott Martin, and Mary Arquette, that they're not too familiar with this either, and I'm taking care of bees now myself. I don't know how to do it, so I figured this would be a great learning opportunity to learn how to extract bees out of the houses in case we have any more infestations of honeybees in houses. We can help out with that, and that's kind of where we stand. Bob Goldie was nice enough to bring his equipment down and show us how to do that.
Why is the proper removal of beehives important?
Well, 2014 was the presidential memorandum for pollination protection, and since then EPA developed a plan, and we realized that for every one bite of food you take out of 3 is because of the pollinators. So to have opportunity to save bees, obviously you're saving the pollinators, and that's quite important, especially with our area in Akwesasne here with all the gardens, and behind me you got all kinds of gardens over there. Where the cannery is out in 37, they have their gardens out there where the bees are stored. So it's vitally important to save the pollinators and regulate the pesticide usage here in Akwesasne.
What will happen to the beehives?
This beehive is located down with the Akwesasne Cultural Restoration, and there are 10 of them down there. I have mine, 2 are in Bombay, 2 are up in the Stockholm area, and I put them in a specific location where I know farms around ain't using those pesticide-coated seeds. That's pesticide-free area, so my bees won't come back and die this winter.
Do you have any quick bee safety tips?
Sure, you can give us a call at the Environment Division. We'll come over and look at what kind of bees they are, first of all. Because yellow jackets, they're a hornet. They're not really a bee, they're a hornet. They are way more aggressive than a honeybee. Honeybee does their job or whatever. So people are really quick to go out and buy that hornet killer off the shelves, and you can buy it at Home Depot or anywhere really. And spray the bees and they're dead, and they go back, if they make it back to the colony, they spreads the pesticides and kills everything. So to identify the bees is really important. There's I believe 400 different types of bees around. Most of them live in the ground. The ones that are up on the roof, I'm right around the corner here, you have some hornets up on the top of the house here. Those, you want to spray the pesticides on them and kill them, just get rid of them, or there's other ways of taking care of bees too. Less aggressive, more proactive ways of dealing with it. If you got honeybees, if you get a hold of us and we can get a bee keeper to come in and take those out for you, it's going to be a win-win. You're going to get rid of the bees are going to be making your gardens beautiful, and you're going to have honey. So please don't kill the bees.
Okay. Can you please tell me your involvement in all of this?
I was contacted by Wayne from Environment after he received a call from the Bradleys saying that the children were getting stung by bees and that the tiny house was a huge beehive. So we wanted to make sure that the community was safe and that we were taking care of our site as best as we possibly can. So we got involved with them, and we've been just following along with the specialists to take care of the bees and make sure that they find a safe home.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, I just want to thank the Environment Program and Wayne for his dedication to this, as well as Tsiionkwanatiio and Mary and Sue. They've all come together to make sure that this place is safe for our community, and that's what Tsiionkwanatiio is all about. So now.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you, Montana, as well as to Wayne and other members of the tribe's Environment Division on the safe removal of the beehives. We're glad to see that they have been safely relocated to a better home. Just a reminder, if you have bees on your property and would like assistance, please contact Wayne at the tribe's Environment Division by calling 518-358-5937. For Onkwariwa'shòn, I'm Brendan White. Onigi.